Hey, what up, everybody? Hey, I want to first say, last night's discussion that I chimed in on got me a lot of feedback that I wasn't expecting, and I listened to those comments, the texts, the calls, the voicemails, the inboxes. I really, really appreciate that. That was a hard subject for me to cover, and even then I could have went deeper, but I just felt like that was the right way to do it, to leave it at that, because I was speaking yesterday from others that I saw, and it just it touched me to share my 2 cents. So everything that I talk about, I don't ever want to trigger anybody, so I'll just say I'll talk about me, all right? And if it just so happens to be in tune with you, you can relate to it, so be it. So I appreciate that. But I don't want to mix this up with tonight's topic. And I only say it's a topic, just a discussion that I have for myself, but I'm speaking out loud. And I guess it goes kind of hand to hand tonight from last night. Sometimes we hold our own self back. I wish it was, if I can go back to my childhood, I wish it was one thing that I would have learned or taught on a regular, that probably would have changed me now. And the one thing that I wished I would have learned as a child coming up was not to give a fuck. And of course, when you get older, you say you don't give a fuck, but I say I wish I would have learned not to give a fuck when I was little, because when you grow up and you've learned a certain way, you start to give a fuck. And giving a fuck can sometimes get you out of what you're supposed to be doing. Giving a fuck means you are living for other people. So if I can go back and change that, I would teach myself not to give a fuck, because that stops jobs, that stops opportunity, because we all say we don't give a fuck, but I guess in hindsight we do on some level. But once I hit this 50 mark, I guess the not give a fuck really is starting to come out. A lot of times, we procrastinate. Well, like I said, I'm going to talk about me. A lot of times I have procrastinated because I have gave a fuck. Even with the, I just say, for instance, for the podcast. The podcast is coming, but I kind of put it on pause because I was having issues. And as much as I talk in front of people, program manager, a coach, I'm always in front of people. It's different getting in front of a camera and a microphone and talking to yourself, and you're hearing yourself. I don't know what the difference was, but it kind of slowed me down, because I always thought, what people gonna say? What if the message wasn't right? You ask all these questions, but I got a good neighbor, man, and old school neighbor, and he told me, no matter what the message is, that ain't, it's for me to deliver. It ain't for me to get to the right people. The man upstairs is gonna get it to the right people. So, I appreciate that. So yeah, man, if we can all teach ourselves not to give a fuck, a lot of things would probably be different. I know definitely for me it would have been. But I guess, you can also say that, maybe the time wasn't right. So, enough said. Tonight's discussion, I just want to briefly in tune with the past 3 days. I have talked to people who have been diagnosed with some form of cancer. And, it hurts me to hear that because, of course, for those who don't know, I'm currently fighting that fight too. This cancer, I hate it. It has taken a lot away from me, meaning family, friends. For a minute, I thought it had me. It definitely changed me. It changed a lot currently for me, job-wise, everything. But then again, on the flip side of that, it has opened up a lot of opportunities for me too. So, now I just want to speak, and I'm not speaking for all people who are fighting. I'm just, in my mind, I'm fighting for everyone because I know a lot of people who can't fight, who can't get out of bed, who, everything. And I've been there. Lost hair, lost weight. They take a toll on you, man, mentally. I don't wish that on nobody. I definitely don't wish a radiation or chemo on nobody. It is not fun. It's not fun at all. I would just say, if you know someone who is currently fighting, be patient with them. A lot of times they don't want to talk about it because they're living it. You going to radiation either 3 times a week or 5 times a week. It takes a toll on you, man. And for a while, it had me licked this last time, to the fact that, I disappeared. And I always talk about these 2 ladies. I never say their name. But these 2 nurses put me back in the frame of mind. Got me back on my feet. And the way that they got me back on my feet, sometimes social media can be a good thing. So, a lot of y'all don't know. If you don't know, I do personal training. And I have a whole Instagram page, where it's not updated, but I do have one. But I say it to say, I didn't know these 2 ladies from Adam, especially one. She was on Instagram, and I'm assuming, I don't know. All I know is the next day when she came into work, she was like, "Hey, is this you?" And she showed me my home page because it's open. And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, what happened? When you gonna get up?" And just those words alone kind of sparked me. So I'm appreciative to them. Like I say, I won't say their name because they don't want me to say it, and I respect that. But eventually, I will. But I'll just say, if you know somebody currently fighting, the fight. Be patient with them, man. You know, they're going through a whole transformation, mentally and physically. Yeah, mentally and physically. And for the ones that I know who will reach out, they'll reach out to me, and I reach out to them. You know, I'm always encouraging them, and or they're always encouraging me, or they say, "I see what you're putting. You know, I see your post. I see what you're doing. I thank you." And I don't know where I got this energy from. But I think I put everybody's weight on me and say, let me carry y'all. And I think that started from when my mom passed. She passed from cancer too. So let me fight for y'all. And I know that's kind of hard to say. I mean, I know that's kind of crazy to say, but I do. So that's why I'm always out here trying to, work out, do whatever I can when I'm not supposed to. But I don't, I don't normally listen to my doctor. All right. And I get energy from that. And I know something's working because I'm changing. I'm getting slowly getting back. But I do it for everyone who is currently fighting. And I just want to come over here and say, hey, if you know somebody who is currently fighting, be patient with them, man. Be there for them. Don't wonder why they, sometimes they don't have a good day, or they don't want to talk, or they can't talk, or they're, radiation, man. It's a different type of tired, man. When you're doing that, you come home and you are drained, like I can hear the phone ringing, but I couldn't get up. I couldn't open my eyes. I can hear it. And some of the craziest dreams I used to have, man, I don't even want to repeat what I saw. Just be patient with them, man. Love on them, and encourage them. Be by their side, man. Go to the doctor with them if you can, or just go sit with them one day. Just spend a day with them. Sit and talk, laugh, or whatever they may do. That they like to do. And I'm just speaking on. I'm speaking on me, but I'm speaking for everyone else. But I'm really talking about me. Just talking for them. And I always joke. I always try to make light of things. And I used to always say, the radiation gave me power. You know what I mean? I felt like Magneto. You know what I mean? If shit started sticking to me, everybody was gonna be messed up around here. So I try to make light of it, man. But I'm getting close. And it ain't even about me no more, man. I think about everybody who passed away from it, everybody who I know is currently going through it. And I can tell, when it's new to them, it's a panic. And it's nothing that I can say. Well, I mean, it's stuff that I can say, but your mind is the greatest, or the biggest weapon we have, because it can go 50,000 different miles or different directions, have you spinning. So, but what I will do, I will keep reaching out. I will always check. I will always say whatever. I'm never ever gonna stop doing that. So to whoever reach out to me, and I met some other awesome other people who I didn't know. I didn't know that when you put the fuck cancer hashtag, whoever else has the hashtag, whether you know them or not, they can see what you put. Learn that. So I'm getting educated on a lot of stuff, man. Well, like I said, man, my prayers ain't even for me. It's for everybody else. And I see it. I read it. and you know, today shook me. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you know somebody currently who's fighting, man, just be there for them. You know what I mean? Just be the best whatever you can for them. Friend, sister, cousin, uncle, whatever you are to that person, just be the best. Try to understand. Just like I said, a lot of days they don't, they're not gonna feel good. And it's crazy, man. You know, people, I really, really appreciate all the words and the encouragement I get. Sometimes people just, people assume. And I'm at the point now when you assume, I don't correct you. Just because you may think I don't have bad days, let me tell you, I do. And I fake it, and I had it. A lot of times I'm hurting, I'm in pain, man. But then all of a sudden I get this ball of energy, like nothing can stop me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of sickening because I say the last time it didn't hurt like this, but now it hurt like this. So that means, if it don't hurt like it used to, that means I beat that. So in my mind, I know this is, this sounds crazy, but that's how I keep on my motivation, man. My motivation. And the more people I know about it, that I know that's going through it, the more that I am going to keep on being an advocate for you. All right. A couple years ago, I did a 5K walk. Me and my son, we did a 5K walk. And I reached out to some people and I asked for permission to put their loved one's name on a t-shirt, and I did it for them. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to do it this year. It's been coming back to me, and preferably in May because it's my mom's birthday. Like I did that one, and maybe I may put it out for others if you want to come out and walk. I won't say run, I'm going to say walk because everybody's not capable of running. So we say walk, and you walk as fast as you can or as slow as you can, just finish. All right. So, a lot of things been coming to me, this stage of my life, a lot of ideas, a lot of different avenues have opened up or are opening up. And it's stuff that I don't even think about. Would never imagine, but it's just funny. You have a plan and it don't turn out the way you want it to turn. It sometimes is better. So just accept it. So to all my people out there who are currently fighting, hey, I love you. I'm fighting for you. I'm praying for you. Anything that I can do, whether I know you or I don't know you, anything I can do that you need me to do or just need me to say, please reach out. I would love to have that conversation with you. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to have a conversation with somebody who hasn't gone through it, and it's no disrespect to nobody else, but it sounds different because we have a lot of things in common, or that we're going through or went through or are expected to go through. So yeah, man. This discussion was just for that. I said, besides the podcast, I'm going to start coming on it and just talk about different things that cross my mind that I see. And I'll keep it, and I'm keeping it stuff like this. I'm not talking about relationships, none of that stuff, because that shit don't pan out. You know what I mean? You can't speak for everybody on that, but I'm keeping it to items like this, to issues like this, or things that I've been through. And man, maybe like I said, everything I talk about me. because I don't want to trigger nobody else. You know what I mean? That's the last thing I want to do. You know. But yeah, man. But back to that, I appreciate those words, man, that I got today. You know, it was put in perspective when I was just talking. And like I said, it took a lot for me to even say that last night. And I could have went in deeper, but that wasn't the time and place. I just wanted to keep it light. It took me years to even mention those things, the little things that I did mention. So yeah, I thank you for listening. If you listen all the way through, like I said, if you need to reach out to me, please do. And you know, it's between me and you. All right. So yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, you know somebody currently fighting. Be there for them. Talk to them. Go to the doctor with them, man. Sit with them for a day. Take them something they like to do. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, they probably ain't in the mood to do it. I mean, they ain't in the mood to go anywhere or can't go anywhere. So. And then I like to end by saying, in the great words of Biggie Smalls in the movie Uptown Saturday Night, I'd like to thank you, brothers and sisters, for a lovely evening tonight. Never have so few, gave so much to so many. Good night. Peace.